Hello friends, in today's video I'm going to talk about noun clause as a complement in the sentence. But if you want to know more about noun clause, the differences between noun clause and phrase, what is a noun clause, how does it work, everything you will get to know if you watch all my videos that I have uploaded till now. Okay, so I'm going to talk about noun clause as a complement in the sentence. But before that, let me talk about complement. What is a complement? Complement, as the name suggests, it completes the meaning of the sentence, right? It completes the meaning of a sentence, and that is why it is called complement. Now, we are talking about subject complement. Subject complements means it talks about the subject. Sometimes complements renames the subject and sometimes it modifies the subject. Okay, first of all, I'll like to talk about complement, the structure, the definition, and how does it work. And then we'll come to know that how noun clause work as a complement in the sentence. Okay, now first, complement. So we have, suppose that I'm writing a sentence. Okay, first I'm going to write the subject and then I'll write the verb, but it would not be a normal verb, it would be linking verb. Remember that always to find a complement, we need to have linking verbs. And linking verbs are is, am, are, was, were, become, seem, appear. These are all linking verbs. Why we call it a linking verb? Linking verb means to link, to connect, to add subject from the subject complement. So it comes alone in the sentence. The work of is, am, are, was, were is to become helping verb also. But I'm talking about linking verb, not helping verb. Helping verb when it comes along with the main subject. Is walking, am running, was a painting. So here is, am, are is working as a helping verb. But main verb, when it comes alone, no main verb. And ismr itself becomes main verb because it is coming alone. No other verbs are there. Okay. So if I say a very simple example, I want to give you, that is, if I say Tom is a farmer. Tom is a farmer or Tom is disappointed. So if I say Tom is a farmer, so we find that only one verb we are finding, that it is. And now it is working as a main verb, and at the same time it is called linking verb. Tom farmer, same person. We are talking about same person. It is the renaming of the subject, and it means that Tom and farmer, farmer and Tom, same person, right? And if I say Tom is disappointed, again we find that it is actually not renaming, but it is modifying the subject. It is talking about the state, the condition of the subject. Okay, how he feels. He feels desperate, disappointed, or distressed, right? So, Tom is distressed, or desperate, or disappointed. So, here I'm talking about the condition of Tom, and we are using an adjective for complement, right? So, complement completes the meaning, because if we write subject and after that, if we write linking verb, my daughter seems linking verb, and then we are not writing anything. If we write only my daughter seems and we are not writing the complement, we are not getting the right meaning, because the sentence is incomplete. Sentence is incomplete. My daughter seems, or my son became what? We are not getting any complement. Until we add the complement, we cannot get the meaning of the sentence. So it is called complement. Complement always, it comes as a form of a noun, simple noun, noun phrase, noun complement. In three ways we get complement. Sometimes it comes as an adjective, adjective phrase, and adjective clause. So here we see that in three ways we are getting complement. Okay. Now I'm going to give you examples so that you understand it better. My fear is that I may fail. So this is an example of noun clause working as a complement. My fear is that I may fail. Now let me break it down for you. My fear is, so my fear is subject, my fear, and then we are having this linking verb. My fear is, after linking verb we are adding, instead of a single noun we are adding this noun clause. And I told you that in noun clause we are having a conjunction, that, and a subject and a verb. My fear is that I may fail. So we are getting the entire, whole complete sentence. My fear is that I may fail. So it is called noun clause working as a complement. And remember that we are having linking verb before this noun clause. Another example I can say, the truth is that he lied. The truth subject is linking verb. That he lied, noun clause. In noun clause, we are having a conjunction that, and then subject he, and then verb lied. The problem is why he left suddenly. The problem is why he left suddenly. The problem subject is linking verb. Why conjunction he subject left. It is a verb, and then after that we are having an adverb, certainly. Right? And now I've talked about basic examples of noun clause and as a complement in the sentence. Now let's talk about some advanced label structure of a noun clause where we are using noun clause as a complement to the verb, linking verb, right? Now, I would like to see. I've written in in a notebook, and I'm going to tell you. The most disturbing truth is that people often confuse visibility with subject. The most disturbing truth is, now my subject is the most disturbing truth. Till here we have got the subject. The most disturbing truth. So the subject is truth, and we are getting two other word like most and disturbing. Actually they are coming just before the subject truth. So these two words are behaving as an adjective. Okay, they are behaving as adjective in the sentence. The most disturbing truth, till here we have the subject is, the most disturbing truth is linking verb, and then we are adding a noun clause as a complement, that people often confuse visibility with subject. So that, it is a conjunction, people, it is a verb, it is a subject, often confuse visibility with subject. Okay, so it is another. Now I'm giving you another. Her greatest concern, till here we have subject, was, her greatest concern was whether her privacy had already been compared. Okay. Her greatest concern was whether, now her greatest concern, till here we have the subject, was is a linking verb, and whether it is a conjunction. Okay. Whether her privacy, as we know that after the conjunction subject come, whether her privacy, it is a subject, had already been compared. It is in passive voice. This part is in passive voice. Okay, it would be better if you note it down somewhere after writing somewhere. You do the analysis, you try to find out, and where, this complement is working, you know as a noun complement. Now, another example I can give you. The reality is that genuine talent sometimes go unnoticed in the digital space. The reality is, once you write it down, it would be good for you to understand in a better way. You can find out the subject, the verb, and then when you're adding a, what you call, when you are adding a noun clause, you can, divide it into as conjunction, then subject, then verb, so it would be very easy for you to write it down. But when you are only listening, it is not going to help you, so it is better to note it down somewhere and try to understand it. Okay, now I'm quite sure that you have understood what is a noun clause and working as a complement in the sentence. But remember one thing, that uh, you have to watch all my previous videos, to understand noun clause in a better way. Okay, and try to understand each and every line, how I'm saying and what I'm saying and what I'm inserting in, and uh, what kind of example I'm giving in. So you have to note it down somewhere, write it down, and then find it out. Okay, so we have talked about noun clause, and as we know that there are four important uh, work of a noun. Noun working as a subject, noun working as an object, noun working as a complement, and noun working as a object to the preposition. These four important work of a noun is there. So as the noun is working in these four ways, so the clauses are also working in the same way. Okay, so till now we have discussed about noun clause as a subject, noun clause as an object, and noun clause, in today's video we have discussed noun clause as a complement in the sentence. Okay, in my next video I'm going to talk about noun clause as an object to the preposition. Okay, then it would be easier for you to understand what is a noun clause. Okay.